In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Enter Returns to Supplier when you're taking something out of your inventory and sending it back to the supplier. To get there, at the top right-hand corner, you have to be at that store number that the inventory is located in. So if you're not, you want to make sure that you change it to that particular store number. Once you do that, you can click on Inventory, Stock Maintenance, and then Enter Returns to Supplier, RMA, which the RMA stands for Return Merchandise Authorization. This brings you into the Enter Returns for Supplier, RMA. You have three different tabs: the General tab, the Scanning tab, and the Upload tab. If you just want to type in the SKU, if you already know it, you can type in that SKU to the right in the Quick Lookup field, right to the right of SKU. Once you type that SKU in, the information will come up on the screen and you'll see the size grid down below. If you wanted to know what currently was on hand for the SKU, you could click on Show On-Hand Quantities. And that will show you in green what you currently have on hand in this store for this style. It might be that you're just returning one item. Maybe one item you've had in a week and you've seen that it's a defective item and you need to return that to the supplier. Maybe it was the size 10. You could go to the size 10, put a 1 there, and then you could click on Save, and that takes that out of stock. The one thing that you will have to do that's required before you save is at the top right there's an RMA number. So normally when you call your supplier and ask them to return an item, they give you an RMA number. And you could put that in there, and you can put any other comments if it's a short comment in that field as well. Then all I have to do is click on Save, and that will take that size 10 out of stock. So if I pull that SKU back up and click on Show On-Hand Quantities, I'll see that I no longer have the size 10. You may have a bunch of sizes that you need to return for this style. Instead, you can scan these directly out. So you can click on the Scanning tab to do that. And all you have to do is scan each one. If you have one of those scanners that has an auto save feature in it, say you have 5 of them, you can just scan, 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 and then when you're done, click on Add to add that last one, because they'll all be listed down here. And then you can click on the Save button down at the bottom left, and that will take those out of stock. Again, since the RMA number is required because there's a blue line, you need to type in some information where the RMA number is. If you're scanning a bunch of things out of stock and you find one that does not have a barcode, you don't have to go back to the General tab. You can click on the SKU radio dial and just go ahead and type in that SKU, or click on the magnifying glass for the lookup. Look that SKU up, put the size in, and add that and save it. And that will take it out of stock. The other option is the Upload tab. If you have a portable data collector and you have a lot of items that you're going to be returning to the supplier, you can use your data collector, scan those returns in, and upload those, and those will automatically be taken out of stock. So basically you'd choose Upload from Reader, and you would select which type of reader that you have, the Metrologic SP5500 or the Percon PT2000. You would select which communication port you're hooked up to, and then you could click on Get Data from Reader. And that will take those items out of stock for you. If you're interested in doing the upload, be sure that you get with the support department here at RIX, and we'll walk you through this process because there's some other steps to that. But this is an option if you have a lot of returns that you need to scan out and you have a portable reader. And that's how you use the Enter Returns to Supplier to physically take things out of stock. Now, if you're just adjusting inventory, I don't recommend coming through here. I like to reserve this just for items you're going to be returning out of your stock, whether it's to the supplier or if it's something that you're donating to somebody, you can come in here and use this Enter Returns to Supplier to take that out of stock and put a comment here in the RMA number if it's a donation.